Hi, folks. It's Eurovision Ireland. We're back with another review of the songs for the 2026 Eurovision Song Contest. This is our fourth show of six. Now, before I introduce the team, if you like what you hear over the coming minutes, feel free to like, subscribe. We're going to be coming up with loads of footage when some of us get out to Vienna in the not too distant future. I'll introduce the team now. So we have Sarah,
Hi everyone.
we have Rich,
Hi.
we have Bogdan,
Hi everyone.
we have James.
Hi everyone, still trapped in the logo.
And we have me and Staggy, and he's a bit cute. He's a bit perturbed because he doesn't know he can't see James to stare at. Anyway,
James is just being shy.
yes. Anyway, so this show is going to be the songs that were in the countries that were in pot four when the draw was done earlier this year. So we've got in alphabetical order, no preference. Belgium, Czechia, Luxembourg, Moldova, Portugal, and Romania. So without further ado, we're going to kick off with Belgium. They're sending a song called "Dancing on the Ice." It's performed by Asila, and she's co-written it under her real name Alice van Eesbeck, along with Barbara Petitjean, Emile Stengate, and Nicolas Daveriel. And this will be performing in the first semi-final in May. It's over to Sarah.
Right, well, Belgium haven't had a great deal of luck in the last couple of contests, so I'm hoping their fortunes will change this year, but I think it's going to be 50-50 whether it does or not. Now, I have to say, I liked the video of a sailor and dancing on ice. Yeah, I got sort of quite into the tune. And then today I've seen a live performance which was done on The Voice Belgium. And I have to say, there's quite a bit of work that needs doing to the live performance if they're going to get through the semi-final, particularly with choreography and just the general sort of staging overall I felt was a bit lackluster. I hope they're going to change things for Vienna. The song itself, it's an up-tempo song. It's quite catchy. It's a very radio-friendly song. I think it's just a matter if Belgium can get the staging right, which has been one of their bugbears for the last couple of years. Yeah, so I would like to see them get through this time, just for simply the fact that I like Belgium. I've got friends in Belgium, and I'd like to see the country do well. But I think it's going to be 50-50 whether it qualifies. Some position 11 in the running order. Now, I think a lot will depend on whether there's going to be a break before or after that song. Um, we'll just see how it does.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. Now, if you've been watching our previous shows, you'll know that each of the five of us will give each song a score out of 10. So there's a maximum available of 50, minimum available of 0. It's got to be pretty dire to get a score in single figures, to be honest, but who knows? Who knows? So I'm going to kick off. Sarah, what is your score out of 10 for Belgium?
I'm going to give it a 7 based on what I've seen already. Obviously, things might change as we get to Vienna, but based on what I've seen now, 7.
Okay, I'm also giving this one a 7. Not seen the stage performance yet. James?
I'm giving it a 7 as well. This is quite a cool one. I like it.
Okay, and Rich?
A 6 from me.
6. And finally, Bogdan?
7.
A 7. So that scores 34. That's not bad, not bad. If a song gets over 40, you know it's among our favourites, but 34 is not that bad. Moving on to Czechia, relatively newcomers in the contest. They're singing a song called Crossroads this year. It's nothing to do with a 1970s UK soap opera, we hope. And it's been performed by Daniel Ziska, and he's co-written the song with William Beresh. A novel idea with only 2 songwriters for this one, and I'm dealing with this one, and this one is one of my favourites. Didn't expect it to be. It's just come out of nowhere, and it just knocks me sideways every time I hear it. It's dark and moody. I do like a decent dark and moody song. Some might say it copies last year's winner, but I think it goes a lot better than that. It's far superior to last year's winner. There, I've said it. As I say, it just draws you into the song. The lyric is deep and meaningful. I can imagine a very dark staging for this one. maybe even the close-ups, as per Barbara Pravi or similar songs of that ilk. Even towards the end, when he hits the high notes, which could be quite challenging, I think we're assured a safe performance that, and he's going to hit the high notes. And unlike a certain song from Austria last year, there is no auto-tuning going off, which ticks another box for me. Love this one. Would love to see it do well and get out the second semi-final. So my score for this one, since it's one of my favourites, I'm giving it a 10. There, I've said it. James, what is your score for Czechia?
I agree with everything you've said, but it's not quite my style of music, so I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay. And Rich?
An 8.
An 8. Thanks. Thank you. And Bogdan?
8.
All right. And Sarah?
I'll give it an 8. I think Czechia have been a bit unlucky with some of their entries over the years and should have done better. Really hopeful for this one.
Okay. Okay. So that's as you can see from somewhere on the screen, that's scored a 40, and I'm saying that because I'm moving on to the next country. I need to get the list of songwriters up. We're moving over to Belgium's smaller neighbour, Luxembourg. They're sending a song called Mother Nature, performed by Eva Maria. Now, she's a Luxembourger of Slovene extraction, hence the odd spelling of Maria, as you might notice. Now, she's written it under her full name, Eva Maria Kavash-Putz, and she's written it with Julie Orgard, whose name has cropped up as a songwriter several times in this contest. Thomas Stengard, so does his, and Maria Broberg. So there's a bit of a Nordic influence there. And Luxembourg, I understand, is going to be reviewed by Richard.
Yep. I watched the national final performance to review this. I felt like Ava's voice was very monotone to begin with. But it does pick up, but only, in my view, ever so slightly. Thankfully, a tune does develop, because at the beginning I thought, oh, is it going anywhere? In terms of staging, it's very arty. Ava's one of these ones that starts lying down on stage and got all these visual effects happening around, so hopefully that might carry forward onto Vienna, because that is a visual impact. I do have mixed feelings, though. Will Luxembourg continue with a 100% qualification record? I'm not sure.
Thanks, Rich. You've got to put your money where your mouth is now and give it a score out of 10.
I hope it does better, but I'm only giving it a 6.
6. Okay, thanks, Rich. Bogdan, what's your score for Luxembourg?
I totally agree. It's a sweet song, but I'm not sure if it's catchy enough, so it's a 6 from me as well.
Sarah?
7. It's quite sweet.
7. Okay. I too am going to be very boring and give it a 6. And James?
I'm also going to give it a 6. I think if we didn't have the juries in the semi-finals this year, they'd really be in trouble. But it's sweet, like we all keep saying, it's sweet.
Okay, so score of 31. It's over half. Over half. Heading out east now, and it's good to see them back. We're going to Moldova. Always interesting to see what they put in. And there comes the flag. Their song, not surprising, it's called Viva Moldova, and it's sung by Satoshi, which is the stage name of Vlad Sabiuts. And he's co-written the song with Andrei Vulpe, Catalin Temachuk, and Vasily Adfahov, whose name you might recognise from a couple of years ago as a multi-instrumentalist with Zdobzy Dub. James, you're reviewing this one.
Oh, good old Moldova. They always bring something different to the contest. What can I say about this entry? He's very confident. The thing is, I'm not really sure this is so much a song as just yelling for 3 minutes, but he sells it really, really well. It's quite an upbeat song. I love the fact that after years, I mean, it's been a while since Horrid in Moldova, but every year they've had national selection songs that shoehorn the name of the country into the song. So happy to see them doing it again with Viva Moldova. It's a lot of fun. I think it's the kind of thing that a televoting public will really enjoy. I think juries might not be so kind to it. As I said, it sort of feels a bit football chanty, and I think they're probably not going to go for that. I can't decide if Saluti a tutti Moldova is on duty is one of the best Eurovision lyrics we've ever had or one of the absolute worst. But it's memorable. We know they can do staging really well as well. So I'm curious to see because every time you think, oh, Moldova can't do anything, too outlandish with this, they really do. So I'm very curious to see what they do on stage for this. Um, I think with a public vote, they should be quite safe. I think juries might bring it down a touch. I don't think it's an outright winner, but I think it's the kind of thing that a televote will love, and it's the sort of traditional Eurovision fodder. It's the kind of absolutely insane song that the public will love.
Thanks, James. So yeah, Moldova, good to see them back. What is your score for Moldova?
I promise I do know other numbers, but I'm going to give it another 6.
6. Thanks, James. Rich?
Welcome back, Moldova, and it's a 7 for me.
7. And Bogdan?
Before I give the score, I just want to add, I'm happy to see Aliona Moon back on the Eurovision stage for the third time, because she's one of the singers in the group as well. So I'll give it a solid 7.
7. Thank you. Sarah?
I'm afraid I'm going to give it a 5. I don't think it's one of Moldova's best entries.
Right. Well, I think this one is going to divide us because it's worth an 8 from me. I love it. It's sort of bouncy, and I can hear it being sung at football stadia in the future. Next we go to Portugal. The flag will appear in a minute. I'm going to have a run up at this because there are 9 writers. Yes, 9 writers to this song. It's called Rosa, and it's by Bandidos de Cante, and there are 5 of the 9 writers. So, apologies to any Portuguese. It's been written by Duarte Farias, Francisco Pereira, Francisco Pestana, Francisco Raposo, Gonçalo Narciso, Gui Alface, José Calas Coelho, Almeida Tavares, Luis Aleixo, and Miguel Costa. Thank you. It's over to Bogdan.
Thank you. So Portugal this year have chosen Bandidos do Cante with the song Rosa, which follows the current trend in Portugal by the revival of the current cante alentejano, if I pronounce it correctly. It's a beautiful fusion of traditional polyphonic singing and indie pop. It has lush harmonies and it has a message of longing and going back to your roots. What I think makes this song special is because they make it believable and authentic, and it's like an honest performance, and I think the audience will connect to that.
Thanks, Bogdan. Thanks, Bogdan. Nice and concise there. What's your score out of 10 for Romania?
Not for me, for Portugal. Portugal.
What's your score for Portugal? Sorry.
Romania in a second. For Portugal, a nice 8.
An 8. Thank you. And Sarah?
I give it a 6.
6. Okay. It's getting a 6 from me as well. James?
I'm going to give it a 7.
7. So you do know other numbers. And Rich?
It's a 6 for me as well.
Thank you. Also scores 33. Same as Moldova. And so you can see the scores will be on the screen somewhere. Right, our final one in this show, our 6th and final one, is Romania. It's good to see them back as well. And there's the flag. That's not the flag of Chad or Andorra. That's the flag of Romania. Thank you very much. They're selling a song called Choke Me. Yeah. Yep, indeed they do. It's been performed by Alexandra Capitanescu, and she's co-written it with I'm going to get some stern looks here if I get these names wrong. Kalin Alexandru Grajdan, Elvis Silitra, and Stefan Kondrea. And again, it's over to Bogdan.
So yes, welcome back Romania after 2-year hiatus. It's nice to see them back. Well, I know this song has created lots of controversial online, and the singer has said that actually the message of the song is not actually related to Choke Me. It's about that negativity that chokes you from inside, that self-doubt that it's always trying to pull you down. It's explored the suffocating nature of toxic relationship and inner saboteur. What I can say about Alexandra, obviously she's the winner of Voice Romania and she's a powerful singer. If nothing, if you even don't like the song, you have to appreciate her vocals. Her range is absolutely out of this charts. Gets from growling pop, lots of belting to opera. So it's a mix of a little bit everything. It's an alternative song that I think people would actually enjoy it on the stage. I am absolutely thrilled that Romania has chosen this song. And before you ask me for the score, I know I'm a little bit biased, but I'm gonna give it a 9.
A 9. I was going to say, what is your score for Portugal? I mean, Romania. A 9. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Bogdan. Sarah?
I'm going to give it a 7. I'm not that keen on this style of music.
Yeah, it's getting a 6 from me. Yeah. James?
I'm going to give it an 8.
8. So you do know other numbers. And finally, Rich?
Welcome back, Romania. And before the recording, I looked at the odds and they're in the top 10 now. So it's like, when did Romania last had that? So that's really good. But for me, it's a 6.
6. Okay. So as you can see there, they've scored 35. Right. So for our 6 songs, I'm not going to insult your intelligence. You can read there, but our winner of this show is Czechia on 40. But they're all fairly well bunched together. 31 to 40. That's not a bad bunching. Now I'm going to go around and ask the question which I ask every time. Is there a potential winner among these 6? Or if not, a top 5 or a top 10? And I will start with Richard.
Potentially top 5.
Thank you. And Bogdan?
But top 5 or top 10? Yes.
James?
No winners, but definitely a couple of top 10s.
Okay. Sarah?
No one is, but at least 2 top 10s.
Yeah. Much as I hate to say it, I don't think there's a winner in this 6. Sorry to those 6 countries, but I think there could be some good performances and some good results. So as I said at the top of the show, feel free to like, subscribe. You can find us on various forms of social media, including but not limited to X, formerly Twitter, and Blue Sky, and Instagram, and TikTok, and YouTube, of course, and of course our website, EurovisionIreland.net. So we're going to say goodbye now. So it's goodbye from Sarah.
Bye, everyone.
James.
Bye, everyone.
Bogdan.
Bye, everyone.
Rich.
Bye.
From me and from Staggy, thank you and goodbye.